Welcome to my course about user experience design process, and in this course I am going to simplify this process for you. Now I have seen tons of different user experience design methods, user experience design terminologies that are circulating online, and when a newbie like me or like you, when they start learning something, they get confused that how I am going to start my user experience design process. Now I want to build an app or an e-commerce store. Where should I start my user research? What is the information I'm going to get from it? How I'm going to form that information into personas, into user stories, and into different affinity diagrams and all that stuff. So in this course, I'm going to go from step by step, from step 1, which is user investigation and research, and then we are going to go to step 2, design, and we are going to make sense of that user data we have collected, and we are going to form in the end. The end result will be our wireframes, which we will deliver to our designers and development team. Now we are going to also make different business decisions that which feature we should build or which feature we should not build. So these are all the things we are going to cover in this course. If you are a beginner, this is a project-based course, so don't need to worry about it. We are going to build an e-commerce store from user research to actually creating wireframes for this e-commerce store. You are going to really love it. If you have any questions regarding this course, you can always ask me. You can post your comments or suggestions, or if you want something more from me, you can always ask me. I can add into that course. So I hope you will learn a lot along with me in this course. So let's start designing some awesome user experiences. In this video, we are going to talk about the business needs from a user experience design perspective, and how we are going to quantify them into different stages, and how we are going to plan our business, that how we are going to convert our customer, or how we are going to earn money using our business model, which is user lifecycle funnel. So this is actually a very good method of assessing that your product is earning something or not, or we are losing business or not. So don't ignore that. I have seen a lot of newbies or new user experience designers that they don't look at the business side of every product or each product, because ultimately our goal is that we need to earn more revenue, or we need to convert more customers, things like that. So this is actually user lifecycle funnel. You can see on your left, okay, so, or maybe right, I don't know, anyhow. So the first step is awareness. So you are making your customers aware of your product by advertising, by using Facebook ads, by using different channels, maybe newspapers or things like that. Second step is education. So you are maybe you have some video on your ad or things like that. So users are going to play that and see and get educated about that product, of what this product does for them, what is the benefit that they get from that product. So the third step after education is, once they learn something about it, then they are going to visit your website. So they are going to engage with your product. Maybe they are going to click on the get more info link and see what this product is all about. So they are going to engage with it. They might, try to click on the try it now for free 14 days or things like that. They might click on that. So once they click on that, they have started engaging with your product. They have some interest in them. After this stage, we are going to convert them, or maybe we want their email address on their try now page. They have to give their information to get or download the beta version or maybe free version of your product. So once they have downloaded that, they have given you something, and they have converted to converted customers. So they have given you email, and they have tried your product, started trying your product. Now after this stage, we are going to convert these converted customers into our revenue. So we want them to shift to our $20 per month price model or things like that. So we want them to be our paid customers rather than free customers. So this is our revenue stage. Maybe we are generating $10 or $20 per customers or things like that. After revenue model, we have recurrence. Recurrence means that maybe a customer, he just tried your product for maybe 1 month, it's premium product, and he paid like $20 for the first time, and the next month he left without saying anything. He left and he didn't come back. So this is the problem on your revenue stage, which means that after using your product for 1 month, there is something that your user didn't like, and they are not your recurrent customers, or they are not willing to pay you again and again. So problem can be on any stage. For example, if you are losing a lot of customers after your awareness stage, for example, whenever someone tried to click on the video, and for example, I have used Facebook, and I know that my ad has been reached to 10,000 people, for example, just for instance. So when 10,000 people saw my ad, but none of them, or maybe just 500 of them, clicked on the video to play, or they read about it, they go to visit my website. So I am losing a lot of my customers just after the awareness stage. So I will try to solve that problem, that there is some problem on that stage. Similarly, if someone is trying out my product and I'm losing a lot of my customers when they try to convert or try my free product, then this is again a problem, that there might be something, or maybe something I'm asking in the submit form which the user don't want to give. For example, I have a phone number on my website, and I have seen that a lot of my students, they are not willing to give their private phone number to subscribe to my list. So this is a very big problem. I haven't taken care of that, but you can see this is a problem. So this is a problem on your conversion stage. So all these problems are at different stages. You need to find that where we are losing our customers, where the drop is too much. And second thing we need to cover is cost. So there is cost related to producing awareness about your product. For example, I am advertising on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. I am using like maybe $1 per customer. So one customer, when he converts or to my website or move to my website, engage with my website from there, that ad on Facebook, it costs me $1 per customer or per user. So for example, if I convey my message or my awareness campaign to 1,000 customers, so my cost is $1,000. So at all these stages, when the funnel goes to the last one, which is recurrent, I just get 2 customers, which pay me for a lifetime like $20 per month or things like that. Okay, so I am going to calculate my cost and my end benefit from this funnel. So if I am losing like $1,000 in the awareness stage, whether I am getting $2,000 at my recurrent stage or at my revenue stage or not. So this is going to show me the bigger picture of where I am losing my business, where I am losing my customers, what is happening at these stages, and why the customers are reluctant to pay or upgrade to the premium product or things like that. So this is very important for businesses, for products, for apps, for websites, because everyone wants their business to convert, or maybe someone wants subscriber list to be increased or things like that. So this is a very important topic I want to cover in this video. I hope you have liked it and loved it. If you have any questions to ask me, let's move on to the next lesson. Now, the first thing in your user experience design process is defining your scope. So we are going to first define our scope, that who we are designing for, what we are actually building, and what value it is going to give that to that user. So that these are the 3 things that are going to be your first small story about your product. So I am going to show you just a simple example. For example, we are building an e-commerce store for busy moms. So this is our primary users. We are building an e-commerce store for busy moms that will help them easily filter their kids' dresses based on colors, fabric type,
and things like that, so they can easily purchase or make their purchasing decisions and buy frocks or dresses for their little girls. So these are the three things actually I used in this whole story. First is what we are building. Second is the primary user. Third is what is the value or the benefits, what are its unique features. So we are showing that we are different from others in these unique features. So these are the main features like filtering, easy navigation, and making buying decisions easier for the users. These are the things we are going to work on. So we are defining our overall goal for our whole user experience design process. So this is very important. Also, if you can make a deadline, for example, we want to develop it in 3 months or 2 months. So this is very good, because this will give you some of the timeline that we want to be inside this timeline. We want to limit ourselves. So we are going to allocate 2 days for user research or user interviews, 1 day for business or owner interview, and 3 days for building our first prototype or affinity diagrams or things like that. 2 days to our testing, usability testing. So you can just build any product within a week, 10 days, 15 days, if you define your scope and the time limit you are going to do that during this time. So these are the things I want to get before you even start any project. Define the scope, overall scope, by showing the product features, what they are going to solve the problem and for which user, and what actually you are building. So these are 2 or 3 things you need to keep your user experience design process in the first few steps, and try to show me and write your products this simple story of your scope story. You can say there are no fixed terms in user experience design, just you need to get the formula and try to use it in your projects. I hope you have enjoyed this lesson. If you have any questions, do ask me. Let's move on to the next lesson.